What's up, folks? Welcome back to the one and only The Fragrance Return. You got to thank God for another day to smell good. So today we are going to be talking about blind buys, a controversial topic here in the space. Drop some of your blind buy wins, maybe talk about some of your blind buy losses, and we might even do a giveaway. You never know. If we can get a little crowd together, I'm feeling generous today. Feeling like we should do a giveaway. I've been kind of cleaning out some fragrances, so I figured might as well give one to you guys. Anyway, drop your scent of the day, drop your blind buy wins, drop your blind buy losses, and we'll talk about it, man. We'll get into it. Today, for me, scent of the day was Gritty Rebellion. Big fan of this one. It's kind of in that Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme scent profile, a little bit more green. Ross told a lot of us about this one, put us on game to it, and ended up coming up on it on a good price from Olfactory. So been wearing it a lot and been really enjoying it a lot. People seem to love this one. It's got great performance, got great projection, high quality, and Olfactory, you can snag it under $80 sometimes. So just be on the lookout for that. If you like that Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme scent profile, and you want essentially a stronger version of that, and a little bit more of like an Italian take on that DNA. Luca Gritty's take on that kind of style of fragrance. For fresh fragrance lovers, it's an excellent one. So really enjoying this one. You can wear it all year round. Signature scent worthy type stuff. Gritty Rebellion, the tester. I like these bottles too. They're very classy. They do look really nice, and they look different from everything else. It's not just like some stock bottle. So we'll go through the chat, and yeah, we'll get into the topic today. It just kind of came to mind. I was going to do a video topic of it. I figured we'll do a live stream discussing it as well, because I think it'd be kind of interesting to hear about some of the blind buys that you guys have had that were either wins or losses. So hopefully an interesting topic that we can talk about today. What's up, Gian? Thanks for being here first in the chat. Appreciate you being here. Mr. Joel's Matrix, the king of the blind buy, really. I had Joel on the channel a couple months ago or whenever it was, and he surprised me by telling me that every fragrance he buys is a blind buy. So if there's one guy who knows how to blind buy and go about it, it's definitely Joel, because he is usually most of his blind buys work out from what I've heard from him. But Nishane Karagos, I need to really dive into more Nishane. Really super behind on those. Need to get on those, but I heard that one is pretty good. Thanks for being here, Joel. Blind buy warrior here, man. Sometimes we all are. I don't necessarily encourage blind buying, but I'm not going to sit here and saying that I don't do it. Sometimes you hear about a fragrance and you just kind of think that you might like it. Some people that you watch or listen to or respect, they all support it. You see a good price and you just pull the trigger before it goes out of stock. And sometimes you just take that gamble. Probably not the best way to do it. And we could talk about kind of some strategies towards blind buying, and we can get further into it as we go along. But let's keep going on the chat for now. My latest blind buy win was yesterday. Nice. Fragrance du Bois Secret Triste. Ooh, nice. Those Fragrance du Bois, just the bottles, man, they look beautiful. I don't think I've ever tried any from that house. There are several that kind of interest me, but man, those bottles look beautiful. And from what I understand, that's a really high-end brand, and they do really great work. So I'm glad that was a win for you, Chris, and thanks for being here, man. I appreciate your time. What's up, Blaine? Aloha. Scent of the day, the Most Wanted Parfum. That is a fall killer, man. You're smelling great today. And if you got any ladies around you at work or wherever you happen to be, more than likely they're going to be showing you some love today, because that one, for whatever reason, it just works. So you're smelling great today, Blaine. Hopefully you're feeling good. What's up, Vince? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Scent of the day, Vintage Rojas Femme. Interesting choice. I don't think I've ever heard you wearing that one. Interesting. Let me know what that one's all about. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about that one. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Jason? Thanks for being here, dude. Scent of the day, Burberry Hero Eau de Toilette. Solid choice. Good for the fall too. Really nice, kind of woody, everyday daily driver type fragrance. And props to Burberry for coming out with a new line and not just smelling like everything else with the same kind of like amberwood type designer basic smell that a lot of the releases just kind of fall into more of the same type category. Burberry really, made something wearable, but something a little different than everything else with a nice kind of woody profile to it. So shout out to Burberry Hero. It's good stuff. Hoping for a good blind buy, but I might buy Maresque Al and Delis. Those Maresque bottles are pretty cool. Not haven't spent much time or at all really with that house, but I have heard of them. And let us know, Joel, what about that one has you intrigued? Would be curious to know why that particular one is on your radar. Rebellion is sold out. Okay, yeah, people probably hopped on that deal, but you could sign up for the email and just something to keep an eye on because I was really shocked for the price that they had it for, which is it's pretty insane. But you can get some good deals on Olfactory. What's up, David? Thanks for being here, man. Son of the day is DHI. Gotta love some DHI. That is a beautiful iris fragrance, and it is about the time of year to start wearing it. It's cooling down. It's time to start pulling out those iris heavy hitters, man. So you're smelling great today. That is definitely a fragrance enthusiast type of fragrance to be wearing. So perfect for the fragrance fraternity. I think I read this comment already. Got a lot of fragrances I haven't talked about. Been getting into vintage fragrances for a while now. Haven't talked about them much yet. I told you when I was gatekeeping. Yes, you did. And I will not reveal it so that you can continue to gatekeep it and share it at your discretion. So let's see. Let's go over some of the blind buys that were, I guess, wins for me. So one that was a big win was Parfums de Marly Godolphin. So this one, again, on Olfactory, I believe, or maybe Venba, but one of those two. Got a great price on it. Does kind of smell similar to Tuscan leather, people say. And I definitely find that similarity. I think anybody who spent a decent amount of time with Tuscan leather will get that similarity. I actually want to spray this one on my hand. I'm going to hop in the shower after this. So I got free use of skin right now. But yeah, this one is definitely, you got to be into leather. You got to be into those kind of like raspberry notes that you get off the top. It is a little bit animalic. It is kind of like rugged, like kind of rough and tumble. Definitely something with an attitude and an edge to it. This is not smooth. This is not easygoing. This is not carefree necessarily. This is bold. This is aggressive. And this is a kind of fragrance that, unless you're maybe a little bit deeper into this game, it may not be that mass appealing. But this is the kind of fragrance that you wear that you don't really care if other people think you smell good. This is more of a fragrance that you enjoy and you wear and you rock it, and it gives you confidence. And I'm telling you, in the cooler weather at night, going out with or without a leather jacket, you throw this puppy on and your sillage is next level. And if you enjoy leather, this is one of the best ones out there, really. Kind of gets overlooked because it is very similar to Tuscan leather, but a lot of fragrances are. And the quality here is on point. This one's highly slept on from Parfums de Marly. I don't think, of all the Parfums de Marlys, this is probably not the one that people usually end up picking up. So you can get a better deal on it than you can with the other ones. But this is one of the best leather fragrances out there. Really great stuff. Really well done with the blend and just the overall quality. And I love this gold bottle. A lot of good things about this one. Excellent leather fragrance. One of the best for sure. Parfums de Marly Godolphin. Let me know. Are you guys fans of Godolphin? Do you guys enjoy that kind of Tuscan leather scent profile? Is that something that you're going to be wearing this fall? Let me know in the comments. Another one that a lot of people don't, well, they talk about it from time to time, but just recently acquired it thanks to Mr. Vince. I've been absolutely hooked on this one. Russian Tea from Masque Milano. I had heard about this one before, but didn't try it. And obviously, because that's why it's a blind buy. But this one is so interesting to me because it is a combination of light and dark. it has the tea, it has this refreshing kind of aspect to it, but also it has a lot of smoke, it has a lot of leather, it has a lot of like darkness and heft to it, like almost like you took Oolong Cha and you ran it through like a coal mine or something, uh, or you dipped it in like charcoal, and you have both components working really beautifully. The smoke and the incense and all that like heaviness is really prominent in the opening. And then as it dries down, it almost gets fresher and more aromatic, and the tea comes out more, which is different than most fragrances. You know, most fragrances, they have the citrus on the top and the opening is bright, and then it kind of settles down into the woods. Where this one is kind of opposite. You get a lot of that smoke and leather and like all the darker nuances right away. At least I do. And then as it dries down, it gets fresher with the aromatics and the tea coming out more and more, blending with the leather. But really, this is what perfumery is all about. This is artistry. This is transportative. It really takes me to Russia. I've never been to Russia, but for whatever reason, when I'm wearing this, it really feels like I'm in the Russian woods sipping some tea. I just use the sauna, and I'm sitting out there in the Russian woods, and maybe a bear is going to be walking along. Um, and you know, we're just doing the thing out there in Russia. So this has this piney green smell as well. It kind of will put you in that imagery of like pine forests, piney, earthy type of situation going on here. A lot going on, but if you want to be transported, if you enjoy the artistic side of perfumery, which if you're watching this channel, you probably do. This is a fantastic fragrance. So thank you to Vince for allowing me to buy this from you and hooking me up with the homie price. And yeah, just been really enjoying it. So thankful to own it. Man, it is so good, guys. And this is also one that if you try this, try not to go off your initial impression. Try to wear it, because at first it kind of threw me off because it's niche. It's hella niche. So really try to wear that one and wear it out, because if you smell it just up close and make an initial judgment, it might throw you off. So let's see where we were. I think that's where we were. I like a dolphin. I sold it though. Hey, you know, as you get more, you got to keep refining. So that's just part of the game. Blind bought Tom Ford's ombre leather on Black Friday 2 years ago. Rarely wear it as I continue to buy samples of Tom Ford gray leather. So it sounds like that was a blind buy fail, perhaps. Yeah, that would be definitely a more challenging one, the blind buy, especially with leather scents in general. I feel like those are kind of a category that you probably should sample first, but you know, we all do it. Anyway, anybody else got some blind buys that they've done recently that they care to share, care to expose your habits here at the Fragrance Fraternity? Go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just keep pulling out blind buys that I've made that have worked out, I guess. Let's see, what should we go to next? Let's talk about, we did leather, so let's change up the scent profile. Let's talk about vanilla. So this is probably the best fragrance I've ever found at Ross, the rack store, you guys know. This is Montal Dark Vanilla. We'll pull up the notes on this one, but just check out that beautiful purple gradient on this one. This one is a really, really cool Montal bottle. So this is a vanilla fragrance for guys that has leather and oud in there. It's pretty sweet at the same time. And this has a crazy performance, crazy projection. I did one spray of this yesterday as I was gathering these bottles on my wrist. It was going through my hoodie all night. That one spray, I could smell it like I did 10 sprays, and it was through my hoodie even. I tried to even like tamp it down a little bit. I remember I went out one time and I wore this and I did like 4 sprays and I was filling the whole room. It was kind of overwhelming me and it was a little bit too much. So, you know, if you want something beast mode, if you want something good for going out, it's going to last your whole night, this is a Montal you should check out that doesn't really get enough love. They've just got too many fragrances, really. But this one is really excellent if you want a vanilla fragrance that you can wear as a guy that is sweet, but also has some nice leathering oud components to it as well. So let's check it out on the site. and we can get the real note, the actual note breakdown. I don't remember everything about it, but we can check it out. So that one's called Dark Vanilla. I'll share my screen. You guys can see what I'm looking at here. All right. All right, cool. You guys can see that now. Woody Vanilla, animalic, a little bit animalic. I mean, not, I'll give it a spray here. Not animalic when you compare it to Godolphin, like we just talked about. And the leather is definitely not as prominent. The vanilla really comes through in that sweetness to my nose. But man, it's opulent. It is fantastic. It is really great. It is kind of that same level of sweetness as maybe 1 or 2 steps back Victory Elixir, like how that one is, the way it wears more so, how that one is just really in your face, pretty dang sweet and just monstrous. This one kind of has those categories as well. This Cambodian oud doesn't come across too funky or, stanky. Sometimes the Cambodian oud can have a little funk to it, but doesn't, to my nose, I don't really detect any of that. Just kind of sits underneath that vanilla and leather. Ooh, man, it is really good. I do get some of that amber as it's listed there, and I think that really helps with the performance as well. But highly slept on from Montal. Really enjoy this one. I don't get as much spices as maybe some of these other people are getting. But I mean, once you start reading it, of course, you start smelling it, right? So let's see if any of these reviews have anything interesting to say about it. Very sensual, masculine, dark vanilla. Yeah, the perfume guy said that this one is kind of like a man's vanilla fragrance, like your husband's vanilla fragrance. So I think it is unisex. I think a woman could definitely wear this, but that leather and the oudy aspect of it really help it become, more unisex and not just like this kind of sweet bomb of vanilla. A little bit creamy too. Oh man, it's a banger, guys. Check that one out if you get a chance to, or if you see it at Ross and you like blind buying. I can put my stamp of approval on blind buying that one, that's for sure. All right, let's get back to the chat. Where were we? It is Blaine. I think you might like it. I mean, I know you like more like, we like a lot of the same fragrances, so you probably will like it, but it's definitely a step above your daily driver type of things. Not gonna lie, most of my collection is blind buys. I hardly sample stuff until recently. That's a strategy, man. And I mean, how do you go about it? What are some things that help you be successful at your blind buys? Because it seems like maybe you have it down to an art at this point. Maybe you can share some things to help other people. I sample everything now, even the cheap stuff. And that's probably the way to go about it. Sometimes with the more affordable stuff, it's almost not even worth the cost of the sample sometimes, because it's like, oh, I could put that $15 towards the bottle, which is only $30 or $40. But still, at the end of the day, I've never bought a sample and then bought a fragrance and then regretted sampling it. So I've never had that particular regret. So I don't know, something to keep in mind, but we all blind buy. We all do it. What's up, Vance? Good to see you, man. Drop your scent of the day if you're wearing anything today. I've been doing a lot more sampling now, becoming picky in what I'm buying. Let me know what's in your sample cart or what you've sampled lately. I'd be interested to know kind of what's on your radar, Blaine. And anybody else, if you've done some sampling, let me know what you guys are checking out, what you're trying. Dang, I'm late. I had to make a grocery store run. Hey, man, no worries. You got to eat. Hopefully you're back to feeling 100%, Patrick. Thanks for being here. We just started not too long ago. We'll see how long we go here. I do kind of have a busy day coming up, but wanted to get some time in and figure we could stream for a little bit here on this Wednesday, talk about some blind buys. All right. So let's go to the next one. I don't know what would be interesting for you guys to see. I guess we could talk about this one. Saffron Colonies. Have you guys tried this one? Really interesting combo of, again, I guess leather. A lot of these are noticing are kind of leathery, but this one has a nice citrus combo going on with it. So I'm really enjoying these fragrances that have this combo of freshness, but also this dark, kind of smoky, leathery aspect to them as well. When you combine those two and you can pull it off, it's really interesting, and it's balances usability with kind of niche interest and artistry for people that want a little bit more complexity than just a basic everyday kind of fresh fragrance. Saffron is really kind of the note giving off that leathery tone here, obviously. And the thing with this one is that citrus kind of blast, it doesn't really fade for me. It just kind of settles into the base. But really, this one is interesting because you can wear it in the summer. It kind of got coin, a summer leather fragrance. But I think you could wear this one year round. And it is quite an interesting fragrance that you can find in that $60 range. So anytime you can get a Nichonnais in that $60 range that has this type of artistry behind it and this type of complexity, I think it's definitely worth it for anybody that enjoys these leather based fragrances and you want one that like you've never tried before, something completely different that's also usable during the day. Like you could wear this to work and you would smell professional. I have worn this to work. I think it works really well. And you can overspray this one too. It says extrait de cologne. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Let's see if the concentration's on the bottom. We could look up the concentration, but yeah, I don't know. It says extrait de cologne. I've never actually heard of that. I don't think that's a real thing, but I'll just assume it's an EDP for our purposes here today. I've spent too much time thinking about that. And let's do, I guess, one more from the blind buys. This one's okay. This one, I don't say it's like a must buy, but if you can get it for a good price, it's pretty good. It's kind of like a date night fragrance. This is the Intense. This one doesn't get as much love. Apparently this one is very similar to La Nuit de l'Homme, the Le Parfum version. So if you already have that, this is definitely going to be redundant. But this one, it kind of puts you in the mindset of like an Armani Code. It's kind of got that kind of powdery date night, cardamom, spicy, touch of sweetness style to it. Definitely an evening time fragrance, definitely for going out. Not a beast. I call this about average. But this one has been popping up at the rack stores for about $40. And for $40, I think it's a buy. I really enjoy it. I like these kind of powdery evening date night fragrances a lot. La Nuit de l'Homme, Armani Code come to mind. We have another one here that's kind of in that style that I'll just bring up now since we're talking about it. Ferragamo Attimo. This one's a little bit fresher, on the fresher side, and you get a bit of this kind of licorice note. And I do get like a touch of this fougere. I would call it maybe like an oriental fougere because it does have that spiciness to it, but it also has that cleanliness and backbone with a little bit of that licorice touch here. I really like this one. This one's highly slept on. You can get it for a very good price. Great daily driver, great fresh out of the shower type fragrance. I enjoy that kind of like fresh, spicy category and the licorice note that this one adds. But this one is going to be a little bit more on the powdery side, a touch of sweetness, more so a bit sweeter than this Attimo, and not as spicy, but in that cardamom kind of Le Male Parfum would be another one in this sort of vein. So if you like fragrances in that style, this is probably one that you'd like to check out. I really do enjoy those kind of powdery date night scents, and this is a pretty solid one. I'm not going to go out and say it's going to be better than all of those, but if you like that kind of fragrance, Prada Black comes to mind. Stuff like that. Doesn't smell like those, but it's in that realm. And if you like those kind of fragrances, you probably enjoy that one. I think it's worth it for $40. I spray it from time to time, and it does actually change it up a lot from the Eau de Parfum. So it wouldn't be redundant to own both. It's not really a flanker. I don't really get the Eau de Parfum scent profile in the Intense. It's really kind of something different. But the one line is solid. The gold is good. I heard the gray one is pretty good. I haven't tried that one, but that whole line is pretty solid from Dolce & Gabbana. All right, let's see. Where was I? I really like that Armaf Odyssey Mandarin Sky. Really good. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be cloning. Let's check it out. Let's see if I can find it. So usually for the Middle Eastern, there's a site called Parfum. Let's see if we can find on here what that one's supposed to be cloning, or maybe someone can drop it in the chat if you know what that one's cloning, or maybe it's an original. We'll see. Armoff Odyssey. If I could spell Odyssey, that'd probably be helpful. How the heck do you spell Odyssey? ODY. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be on there. Let's check for Granica. Odyssey Sky. What the heck? Here we go. It's this one. I really don't care for these bottles. I got to be honest. When I see these, I don't know, they bother me. But it doesn't really matter. And if you like it, that's all that matters. But these bottles, they irk me. They really do. They grind my gears a little bit. You guys get enough ads as it is. We don't need any more. Let's see. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. Okay. Mandarin orange, saffron sage. All right. That does sound pretty good. Caramel, tonka bean, marigold. Okay, cool. This sounds like something pretty fall forward, right in time. Let's see if we can see what it's cloning. Oh, Scandal. Okay, nice. I should try Scandal. I haven't yet. I don't know why. That's kind of one that's slipped my attention, but I need to try the Scandal line. I want to try this Absolute one. This bottle looks really nice. Look at that. That just looks classy, doesn't it? I'd like to get it at my nose on that one, but nice, Vance. I bet you're smelling good. I haven't tried that line, but I've heard good things about it. Got a couple samples of Narcotica coming. Okay, so far Limonada, Narco Oasis were really good. Maniac coming soon. Okay, nice. Good to know. Yeah, I've definitely heard good things about both of those. So glad you're enjoying them. Garden topic. I don't blind buy anymore, but my first niche Percival, I was satisfied with it while I had it. Also, my recent blind buy was Rare Reef, right? And it's quite a good Pacific Chill take. That's funny. Both of our first niche fragrances were both Percival. That was also my first niche fragrance, but I still have my bottle. It's actually one of my favorites, but oh well, can't keep them on. And yeah, I hear good things about Rare Reef. I'm glad it's working out for you. Seems like, you know, something that has its own little twist at the same time. It's not a direct clone. So I kind of enjoy when they put their own little twist on it versus trying to be a straight up copy. Decided to pass on that one. All right. Strawberry note got me intrigued, right? You don't see strawberry note too often, at least not for stuff for guys. I think, I bet women's fragrances have more strawberry in them. But yeah, you don't really see that note too often. What else have you tried from Narcotica? Happy Dust. Let them know. Let them know, Joel. I see the intense one also. Thanks for bringing it up. I was wondering about it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I don't overpay for it because sometimes, you know, when it's like a Versace, Dolce & Gabbana at Ross, they sometimes overcharge for it. But for around the $40 range, I think it's worth it at that price to pick up, and it's pretty solid. Impressed with the blind buy of Authentic Night, Abercrombie & Fitch from our local Ross for $20, lots of vanilla. That one is a good one, Jason. I like that one. I actually have a bottle of that. I've learned about that one actually a couple of years ago from SoCal Scents, and that one to my nose kind of smells like Ultra Male mixed with Original Fierce. I do enjoy it. I wish the quality was just a little bit better, but for $20, I mean, it is what it is. That one is definitely one that I like to go crazy on the trigger with. Overspray, spray my clothes, like we're talking like 30 sprays with that one, especially if I'm going to go out with it, just go off. I really like the bottle, actually. I'll pull out my bottle. I really like this bottle a lot. I think the one I've seen at Ross, the 50 mLs, but I think this is the 100 ml. Yeah, this is the 100 ml. I enjoy this bottle. I think it looks really nice. And this cap is magnetic. I think it's the only Abercrombie fragrance that has a magnetic cap. So let's give this a smell for old time's sake. Yeah, it's matured a little bit, and actually it smells richer than I remember it. I'm really liking this one. Definitely get that ultra male kind of fruitiness, I believe, from pear. I'm not sure if they use pear here as well, but the ultra male DNA is in there. It's like an ultra male fierce hybrid. I'm a big fan of this one. Yeah, it smells great. This is a good pickup. definitely for 20 bucks, great pickup. You just got to spray a little bit heavier. Maybe you don't go as nose blind to it as I do. Um, but you know, that was actually a blind buy for me as well. So maybe I'll include that in the video. Good call. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving here. I just remembered I left a protein shake in my freezer. I might have to go get that before it turns to ice. I might grab that here in a second once I get to the bottom of the chat. Let's see. Always wanted to try the one gray. Seems like an office-friendly, clean, simple style. Yeah, that one kind of comes and goes. I've seen it before for a really good price, and I feel like it's kind of harder to find right now, but you don't have to own everything, you know. Kind of dig the bottle, gives off action figure or Lego vibes because I'm my inner 12-year-old. Speaking of ugly bottles, have you guys seen those new FOMO bottles? Man, they are something. I gotta pull them up now. I don't even know what these fragrances are called, but they are just crazy looking. I think they're like elixirs or something. They look like a rabbit. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with this. Let's see if you guys can see this. Hold on. Like, what the heck is this supposed to be? Let's see. Oh. Try that again. There we go. There we go. Like, what is that supposed to be? It looks like kind of like a bunny. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, props for them for doing something different, but not sure how I feel about that bottle style, but particularly. Scandal Absolute is awesome. I've heard it's pretty good. I need to check that one out. What's up, Barry? Thanks for being here. All good, man. We haven't been here for too long. Sahara Abiri. Nice. That was probably a blind buy. I blind buy a lot and generally do pretty good. My worst blind buy was Tiziana Terenzi Caput Mundi. I just can't stand it. Okay, I remember that fragrance was when Ross went to visit Dedrick in Florida. That was one of the ones that he smelled and he liked. That's interesting. And I remember it being him saying it was like a boss CEO type fragrance, but I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. Hopefully you were able to sell it and like get some of your money back at least. But yeah, the niche blind buy can be a dangerous game, no doubt. Every Banana Republic was a great blind buy for you. That's true. That's true. But I feel like people are just sick of hearing me talk about them. So I got to change it up. But that is a good point. I could put any of those in there, which I usually do put one in there just to, you know, keep my sponsorship checks coming in. No problem. Thanks for mentioning. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I got to keep my endorsement deal up or else they're going to drop me. I appreciate that, Vance. Thank you, man. He's slipping. Never talks about them. See, this is what I mean, I do talk about them. I think I had one in my last video for sure. See, if I stop talking about them, I get heat for it. It's like I have to be talking about them forever now. So kind of painted myself into a corner here with the Banana Republic. Last blind buy I did was Coconut Lagoon, Paris Corner. Really good tropical fragrance. All right, nice. I'm glad you're enjoying that one. I know our guy is big on that one. It's in his like weekly rotation every week. AC Authentic Night. It's Abercrombie and Fitch, Vance. It has been popping up at Ross, so keep an eye out for it. But it's Abercrombie and Fitch Authentic Night. That's the one that we were talking about. Went a little too eclectic with those bottles. Guess maybe they got inspired by the Billie Eilish fragrances. I mean, I like the Billie Eilish fragrances, the ones that look like a statue. I don't know if she's got other ones, but those I think, in my opinion at least, are cool looking. Like I don't know many other bottles that kind of look like a statue, and it's also like a woman's figure, so a little bit more pleasant to look at than a male figure, for my eyes at least. Some of you may feel differently, but I mean, you know, before I get canceled, I'll stop there. I'm gonna go grab that protein shake. It's gonna take me 10 seconds. Just don't want it to freeze, and I'll be right back. And while I do that, if you guys want to drop some, I guess, blind buys that were fails, since we talked about some blind buy wins. Go ahead and drop your blind buy fails, and I think we're going to do a giveaway today. So I didn't really plan this, but let me just see what I'm going to be giving away. I was thinking maybe Womo signature, or I'll put some options up in the chat of what I'm going to give away, and then you guys can decide what you want me to do. So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab that. We're going to do the giveaway, and yeah, I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Alrighty, got the muscle milk here. I don't normally buy these, but been kind of treating myself lately. These are good. If you guys look at the ingredients for these protein things, try to get the ones that have the protein isolate as one of the first ingredients, because that's really the kind of protein that you want if you're doing the weightlifting type thing. A lot of the products, they have this concentrate. It's called protein concentrate. That's the main ingredient, and they kind of cheap out using that. It's like a cheaper source of protein. I'm not going to get into that whole scientific thing because honestly, I don't know it, but you want the isolate. Anyway, L'chaim. This vanilla flavor is okay. I usually go for the chocolate, but I don't have vanilla. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Drop some more blind buys, either wins or fails, and I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for this giveaway. Let me grab. Let me see. Do you guys want to do Womo signature? Do you guys have that one? Are you interested in that one? Let's see what else. We could do Legend Night. We could do I got like a box of stuff. I'll show you guys. This is the box of like stuff that's going away probably. There's a decent amount of stuff in there. I'm gonna give this away, give some to friends, or just give some to charity as the holiday season is upon us. But if you guys see anything in there, let's see, what would be good. All right, I'll give you guys some options. So I have this. I don't know. Tafa Assad, I guess. I don't really wear Assad that much anymore. I got some good fougères that have kind of replaced it for me. Yeah, I guess. I don't even know. I got too many fragrances to deal with. It's overwhelming. All right, I said Womo signature too. I think that would be the best one. Legend Night, maybe. All right. You guys let me know in the chat what you want to be the giveaway. So I got 4 options here. I got Legend Night, which is like probably, I don't know, like 60% full. It is a good fragrance. I just have too many fragrances at this point. So there is actually a Banana Republic in that box. It's Grassland, but I mean, I like Grassland. I just I don't wear that many green fragrances, and I just like Varvatos Blue like more, I guess. And they're just kind of too similar. I don't know. I got to get rid of some fragrances. I just have too many. It's not that any of these are bad. These are all good. And I recommend pretty much all these. Is just I got to start refining because it gets overwhelming and it kind of takes away from the enjoyment if you have too many. and I'm getting new stuff in, so I'm not. I'm already swimming in fragrance over here, guys. It gets ridiculous. Neroli, Porto Neroli. So you can give this one away. This one's pretty much full, like 95% full. Assad. If you guys are interested in any of these, I know they're kind of like cheaper stuff. I mean, that's kind of why I'm getting rid of it. We could do Grassland. I mean, if you guys want to do Grassland, we could do Grassland. Assad, one more signature. I was thinking like this would be the best one to give away for you guys. This one's good. Again, I just have too much stuff, so I'd be happy to do a giveaway with one of these. So put in the chat what you guys want me to, what you want the giveaway to be, or if you even give a shit about any of these. Maybe you guys already all have them and we don't even have to do that, but I figured that would be a little impromptu giveaway for the diehards of the fraternity here. Hook you guys up, and not, I didn't put in the title, so I wasn't trying to like get views from the giveaway or whatever. Just do it for the real G's here. Maybe we make a poll. Yeah, that'd be good, right? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know how to make these polls on here, but I'll just make my own poll. So I'll just make my own poll. So just drop a number. So 1 would be Lattafa Assad. I'll put it in the chat. 2 is going to be Grassland. 3 is Womo Signature. 4 is Porto Neroli. That's what it's called, right? Porto Neroli. Yeah. Porto Neroli. Or 5 is we don't want any of this crap, which is understandable too, because you guys are all like, all the people watching are pretty on the next level. So just drop a number and I'll give you guys a second to do that. And yeah, we'll do this giveaway and then we'll just wrap it up. I know Dedrick is going live at 5 with Justin. I believe Cakes Griffey is also going to be going live around that time. So definitely some more live stream content to check out if you guys want later on today. Yeah. Momo Signature. Okay, so 1 vote for Momo Signature, 1 vote for Porto Neroli. Maybe I'll just give away both. We got 2 votes for Momo Signature. Okay. Guys, get your votes in. Give it another, we'll give it 30 seconds. I'll do this little video countdown. So get your votes in. All right. So looks like Womo Signature is going to be the one. I might just give away both Womo Signature and Porto Neroli. Yeah, let's just do that. Screw it. I don't mind. All right, we're going to do Womo Signature first. So if you'd like to win Womo Signature, drop a 0 in the chat. So just put a 0 if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway. We're going to do it on the wheel of names right here, right now. If you win, just shoot me information. I'll get it sent out to you. Or if I already have your information, I'll just get it sent out to you. So share screen. There we go. That was from our last giveaway. Plush de Cartier Edition Noir, by the way, is actually a really good fragrance. I got a 10 ml of this. I tried this the other day. Wow, that's actually a good price. I have to look into that. But anyway, this is really, really nice. It's kind of like aquatic. It's got a little bit of citrus as well. It says noir, but I really could see it as a daytime fragrance as well. But if you guys haven't tried that one, definitely recommend it. All right, drop the zeros if you want to be in it. So Vince, Blaine, we got Greg G. All right. We got Jason. All right, we got David. And let's see. Patrick, no one more signature for you. Too much shipping. Yeah, Joel, I always feel bad when I do these giveaways and I can't include you. I'll have to hook you up with something one of these days. I wonder how much it would be to ship to Canada. I have never actually looked into that, but Wheel of Fragrance for sure. All right, anybody else? Last call on the Womo signature, and anybody whose name I missed. Barry, do you want to be in on the Womo signature? Maybe you already have it. Last call for the Womo signature. Going once. We got 5 people. Going twice. All right. I don't see any comments, so we're going to spin that thing. Nope. Okay. All right. We're spinning it. I don't see any other comments. All right. Let's spin it. Jason M. Looks like Jason M. All right, cool. Jason, I don't think I have your info. So you can either email or Instagram. Just shoot it to me. I'll drop my email at gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on Instagram. Just shoot me your info. I'll get that sent out to you. Oops, that's not my, it's not the right Instagram. Sorry. That was just muscle memory. That's the Instagram for the fragrance space. All right. Do we have anybody other than, let's see, who else wanted the Porto Neroli? Jason, Barry, just Jason and Barry. Anybody else interested in the Porto Neroli? Otherwise, I might just send it to Barry. All right. If anybody else is interested in the Porto Neroli and wants to spin for it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to send it to Barry because he is a good supporter of this channel and he's pretty much here on every stream and whatever. He's always supporting. So I appreciate that. So I definitely want to, I feel like he's definitely deserving. So I wouldn't mind hooking him up with that, especially if it's something that you'll wear, Barry. I pretty much never wear it. And I'm not the biggest Neroli guy. I think it does smell good, and it's actually a good interpretation of that fragrance. So, all right, we're gonna give it to Barry. Barry, shoot me your address either on Instagram or email. I'll get that Porto Neroli sent out to you. So cool. That's 2 less fragrances that I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with. So that's good. And I'm happy to hook you guys up with something. So cool. I don't know. I guess we're gonna wrap it up here a little bit short. Like I mentioned, I do kind of have a lot going on today, so I got some other meetings and stuff to get to. But I'm appreciative of you guys hanging out, the diehards here that are coming through. I'm gonna try to keep posting more content. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. Just kind of doing it for fun right now, and you guys are really the reason that keeps me going. The reason I keep doing this is because I know, there might be 10 to 20 to 30 people out there that genuinely enjoy watching me do this and enjoy my opinion on this fragrance thing. And if I can help advise you or help you get a good deal or save some money or maybe put you on a new fragrance that brings you a lot of enjoyment, it's worth it for me, because that's really all I do it for. I'm not really in this to make money or whatever, be that self-important that or need attention or whatever. It's just kind of a fun hobby, entertainment. So hopefully you guys feel the same way about it. Anyway, congrats to the winners. Send me your info. Other than that, got some other good fragrance streams online for you guys to check out today if you want to keep the party going. But keep smelling great out there. Keep bringing that positive energy, and keep thanking God for another day to smell good, man. Every day is a blessing. So definitely try to make the most of it if you can. Have a good one, guys. Winners, hit me up, and catch you next time. It's Fragrance Fraternity. Much love, guys. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Peace.